Support for NPR comes from DuckDuckGo, a privacy company committed to making privacy online simple. Used by tens of millions, they offer private search and tracker blocking with one download. DuckDuckGo, privacy simplified. Good afternoon. This is KPR, Kansas Public Radio, from the University of Kansas. All right, we're across the hall in the live performance studio here at Kansas Public Radio. And a big welcome to our pianist this afternoon who came in from Kansas City, Miles Swaminathan. And he is getting ready for a concert at the Kaufman Center Saturday, March 5th. It's the finals of their concerto competition. And he'll be competing against 4 other young musicians. He'll be playing the third movement of the Rachmaninoff Third Piano Concerto. Welcome, Miles. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me again, Cordelia. It's a pleasure.
Tell us about the piece you just played.
So I just played Chopin Etude, Opus 10, number 1 in C major. And it is nicknamed the Waterfall Etude. And I've been playing it for a little over a year and a half. And every single time I bring it to my teacher, there's always something new and some great way to refine it and bring out the sonorities. And instead of making it sound like an etude, make it sound more like an organ piece, if you will.
It sounded very colorful. You played it very well.
Thank you very much.
Are you still studying with Dr. Wyrick?
Yep, that's correct.
That's great. Now, good KPR listeners will remember that Miles Swaminathan came to play for us in early January. What was it, 2020?
Yeah, it was 2020.
Yeah, you were 15, just about 16 years old.
Yes.
And it was before the pandemic and everything, so I guess that's why it seems like forever ago. But
oh, yeah.
You have certainly improved. I didn't think that was possible.
Thank you.
Also, I want to say thank you to our engineers who are helping us this afternoon, making this whole thing possible, Jason Slote and Chuck Smith. And we just got some new cameras, and in a few days, usually it takes that long to get it edited and put together nicely. We'll have that on our website and on our Facebook page so you can see and hear the whole concert that Miles is about to bring us. So, Miles, tell us about your next piece.
So the next piece that I'm going to be playing is the Rachmaninoff Étude Tableau, Opus 39, number 5. And it is in E-flat minor. And it is a very stormy, expressive, and passionate piece. And I've been playing it for about 2 years now. And there's some fantastic climaxes in this piece. And one of the spots that I try to bring out is what Sergey Rachmaninoff himself called the point, which is all the parts in the pieces that he played, where it was just this total outpour of emotion. And the point was considered the spot that Rachmaninoff would never want to mess up, or else it would sort of ruin his whole performance, in his words. So there are many, in my opinion, points in this piece that are incredibly emotional, very stormy, and it's just an incredible piece.
All right. Well, let's hear Miles Swaminathan now here in the KPR Performance Studio play the Rachmaninoff Étude Tableau, the fifth one from Opus 39, here on KPR. All right, the incredible Étude, Tableau, Opus 39, number 5, by Sergey Rachmaninoff. A piece full of emotion and played so well this afternoon here at KPR by Miles Swaminathan. And Miles is a senior at Olathe Northwest, and he's going to be in a concerto competition at the Kaufman Center Saturday, March 5th. It's the finals, and let's see, it looks like the only other pianist, Matthew Liu, is also going to play Rachmaninoff, the second concerto, the first movement. And if you're like me and you go to concerts based on what they're going to play, not really who's playing it, Lisa G., violinist, will do the first movement of the Bruch, first violin concerto. And Matthew and Miles are playing Rachmaninoff. And then Mika Gibbs, violin, doing the Saint-Saëns Introduction to Rondo Capriccioso. And Nithya Kalad, flutist, will do the third movement of the Reinecke Flute Concerto in D major. So it's going to be very exciting.
Some of my friends, one of the activities I'm in at school is called Raven Flight Corps, and it's basically kind of like the Spirit Club. So what we do is we lead all the student sections at games, and we also are kind of like peer leaders and role models in our school. We also MC and plan all of our assemblies. So we're a pretty loud and rambunctious group. So
You think we could do that at Kaufman?
Oh, well, no. I remember one time I was there, and my dad and I were trying to take notes. They're very, they really want you to pay attention to the music, which is great. And it's really amazing to immerse yourself in the beautiful sound of the Kaufman Center at Hellsberg Hall. So definitely, if you're going to join us that afternoon at 11 a.m., on March 5th, it's going to be a spectacular program.
Well, there's going to be applause allowed, so,
That will be allowed, yes. then applause, you can go crazy.
Right, okay, good. Yeah, that's true. We don't want to make any noise during the music. Are you nervous about it?
I think it's going to be very fun. It's not my first rodeo at the Kaufman Center. I played at Hellsberg Hall in 2019 for their Future Stages Festival, so I'm just really excited for the opportunity to perform there again.
Well, what will the winner get?
The winner will perform with the Kansas City Symphony on May 26th and the 27th, and I think there's also a cash prize as well.
Now, have you decided on your college yet?
Well, I'm still in the process of hearing back from various colleges, different music conservatories across the nation. So it's all about playing the waiting game right now, which kind of stinks because it builds up a lot of anxiety about where you're going to hear back from and when. And, with all the auditions, you gave it your all, and now you just have to wait for the deadline for the admission decisions. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it sounds like you're going music, because I know that you're also quite a talented engineer already.
Yeah, so music is what I'm going to be going all out in throughout my undergraduate studies. But engineering has given me a platform because over the years I've built up a lot of science and technology and math knowledge. And my engineering academy at school has given me the platform to use all of that knowledge to create helpful and meaningful products for other people to help make my community a better place. So it's just all about using the knowledge that you have for the good of the world.
Can you do both?
So, yeah, I mean, like at school right now, we're building this foldable table for one of the students there. He's a special needs student, and he's lost some of the mobility in his legs. He used to be able to walk fine before the pandemic, but the pandemic forced him to have to sit in a wheelchair because he wasn't moving around as much. So what we're doing is we're building a foldable table for one of his standers, assistive technology to help him rebuild his leg strength. And on this table, we're making toys and putting toys that he already has onto it so that it'll motivate him to use the stander. Because right now he doesn't want to use the stander to help rebuild his legs, but we're trying to make a product that is going to entice him to use it and one day help him be able to walk again.
That does help people. I saw the video of you and your team. You made a special spoon for a girl with special needs who she was shaped in such a way that she couldn't hold a normal spoon, and you guys engineered a spoon that she could really hold on to, and she looked so happy when she could hold it and use it to eat. That was really neat to see.
That was probably the proudest moment of my high school journey. It was so happy to see. And that was last year, and the product that we created, we called it the iEat, the Independent Ergonomic Eating Assistive Tool. And so the girl, she has Phelan-McDermid syndrome, which limits her nerve input, her muscle tone, and it's also left her nonverbal. So while we know that she will never be fully independent, it's great to know that she's taken the first steps towards learning how to eat on her own. And it was last November that she actually took a bite of food without having to use the special spoon. So
wow.
It's just tremendous to see the progress that she's made. And right now we're actually iterating the spoon, and we're going to make the iEat 2.0 a little bit better for Carly. So,
well, that's great. That's going to help her to more of a feeling of independence, which is going to do a lot for her self-esteem. That's great.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, back to music. What will you play next for us, Miles, here on KPR?
Next, I'm going to be playing the Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody No. 9 in E-flat major, nicknamed Pest Carnival.
All right, that was the Carnival at Pest. That's the nickname of that incredible piece by Liszt. That was the ninth Hungarian Rhapsody by Franz Liszt, and played for us just now in the KPR Live Performance Studio by a teenager from Olathe. His name is Miles Swaminathan, and he played for us a couple of years ago when he was 15. He just turned 18, and he is not decided on his college yet, but it sounds like he could just go to about any college he'd like to, but he's waiting to hear back. Thank you so much, Miles, for coming and playing for us today.
Thanks for having me again, Cordelia. It's been amazing.
And I want to remind listeners that Saturday, March 5th, Miles, you'll be playing in the finals concerto competition. I guess the correct title is Casey Symphony Young Artist Competition.
Yep, that's right.
Finalists, and you'll be competing against four others. Mm-hmm. And it's at 11 a.m., and anybody can go?
Yep, anyone can go.
Good. Okay, so let's all go and support, be part of Team Miles and go support him on March 5th. He'll be playing. Miles, have you ever seen the movie Shine?
Yeah, I've heard of the movie before. I know it's a great movie.
I just remember it's about a pianist who learns the Rachmaninoff Third Concerto, the Rock 3, and everybody's saying no. Rock 1, Rock 2, but no, nobody can play the Rock 3. And this guy does it. Mm-hmm. And it's based on a true story. David Helfgott was the name of the real pianist in Australia. Mm-hmm. But it's, I just want to say, Miles, that I think it's incredible that is the piece. The third movement is what you're going to play. Well, so you're getting ready for that, and you've got so many things going on. Have you had prom yet? Are you going to senior prom?
So our prom is going to be, I think, April 30th, and it's a junior and a senior, like both juniors and seniors can go. Mm-hmm. So last year I was our junior class president, and I helped out with planning prom. So basically we were originally supposed to have it at the Olathe Conference Center off the Embassy Suites off of Ridgeview. And this was still during the pandemic in 2021, and we suggested that instead we should have it outside on our football field, and admin thought it was a great idea, so we were still able to have prom. But the sad thing was that it was only seniors could go and junior committee could go since we helped plan it. But this year it's going to be back at the Olathe Conference Center with both juniors and seniors, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're doing normal teenage things.
Yes.
When do you practice? Do you get up like at 5 a.m?
Oh, no. Always after school. First thing I do when I get back home is I get my homework out of the way with, and I just start shredding on the piano.
Wow. All right. Well, as we go out, we'll hear, how about just play us a little bit of the third movement of the Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto No. 3?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, let's hear it.